It's like I'm all alone in my bubble, and what I can do with my body is something I never thought I can do. And I'm just focused in that moment on how amazing my body can be, even if I'm not that confident in it. All that matters is just me in that studio, and there's no world outside of where I am at that time. It's just me and my body and the pole, and I work out all the stress inside my head. It becomes really just what I'm doing in that moment, and nothing else matters. Just like everyone else, I get up, I work 9 to 5 every day. It's monotonous. It's you wake up, I struggle to get out of bed. I don't want to. Spend the whole day at work, come home, I cook, I clean, I eat, I go to bed. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I cook, I clean, I eat, I go to bed. It's the same thing every day. And you start to wonder, like, what am I doing if it's only this? What am I doing for me? Honestly, I didn't realize this before I found pole. It was kind of finding pole and really getting into it that made me realize how much I needed that in my life. I've been doing pole for about a year and a half, and when I started, it was because one of my friends wanted to go to a free trial class. And she didn't want to go alone. She wanted to see what it was, so I said, sure, yeah, I'll come with you, no problem. It was never something I'd thought of before. I just went as a supportive friend. And once I did it, I loved it immediately in the first hour-long class. So I signed up for the next session. And after that, I just kept on signing up over and over and over again because I love it and I don't know what I would do without it in my life.
It's becoming more visible because it's becoming more acceptable to see it as a sport. I think more people have tried it maybe and know that it's not to be an entertainer. It's to do sport, to have fun. When I started teaching, I was like 9 years ago, and I've had the vertical gym for 5 years now. And I don't think there was any competition 9 years ago, like at least not in Quebec.
And now?
Yes, now there's a competition. It is growing. It's becoming more structured. Weird was trying to find a place to do it. I had to lie and say that I was teaching yoga, because nobody wanted to open the door for me. I was like, oh, I teach pole fitness, and everybody was hanging up because it's weird. Even, unfortunately for us, we can't really have our logo outside or write pole fitness outside, so that's why there's only like vertical gym, parce qu'il y a une garderie en bas. So it's weird. It's like when you have a tattoo shop, you know, and people don't want to rent it to you for any kind of reasons like that.
there's a difference between being sexualized and being sensual, and I think that's where the stigma comes from, because a lot of people will relate pole to the objectification of women and sexualize them as soon as they hear that they do pole. But really, it's a sensual sport. It doesn't always have to be sensual, but it can be, and it's not about being objectified. When I'm in the studio, when I'm doing pole, I don't feel objectified. I feel the exact opposite. I feel like I'm in control and I have power over my body, and I feel good in my skin because I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for everyone else. I don't tell people right away because I'm not sure how they're going to react, and depending on how they react may change how I view them. So a lot of people, it depends if they're closed-minded or open-minded. So there are a lot of people that are more closed-minded than others out there, and when I tell them I do pole, I get some answers I don't like. Sometimes when you'll tell people, if it's a man, they'll automatically jump in their head to your stripper, or that's like why do you do that? That's weird, that's kind of gross, but it has nothing to do with being gross. I'm doing acrobatic stunts and there's a pole there. I don't know what's gross about it. So you get a lot of that's gross, that's weird, why do you want to be a stripper? Jokes like, or how much do you charge? And first of all, I can't even dance, so it has nothing to do with dancing. It's really fitness. There's some women, when you tell them, they judge you in a negative light as well and think that you're doing it for attention.
C'est vraiment, vraiment pas une mauvaise chose si tu veux travailler le côté sensuel aussi. Parce que women are expected to be strong and expected to be like des féministes and all of that. Yeah, fine, but there's a difference between sensuality puis de la vulgarité. You're still a woman and you still have a sensuality that you might want to express, and there's nothing wrong with it. Tu peux le faire ici, y a aucun problème. Nobody's, you know.
There's so many people who don't believe in it or don't think it is a sport or think it's a sexual thing, and so you're confident because you know what it is, and that's that. I feel more confident about my body because I know I'm strong, I know I'm motivated, I know I'm determined to do what I need to do to be able to do pole. It's about me. It's working on myself is about me and my ability to do the sport I love. It's not about fixing me so that other people will like it. Recently, some of my coworkers found out, and they all jumped to, "Oh my God, Victoria, you do pole? I thought you were shy. That's so weird. That's kind of gross that you do that. What do you do that for?" But why is it gross? And so it's not because I'm shy that I can't do a certain type of fitness. That doesn't make sense. And stripping, just the word, is the act of taking your clothes off. It has nothing to do with pole fitness.
Some people don't understand why you want to do it. Mais ils disent toujours même pourquoi tu veux faire ça. Well, for any reason that you have a hobby in life, si je veux apprendre à jouer du piano, It's not, I don't want to go like and make a living out of it. I just want to have something, you know, a hobby or something that I like to do. Alors c'est plus les gens des fois au début ils veulent ils comprennent pas pourquoi, because they associate it with bars and like let's faire ça. Most of the time women were very positive. They were like, oh yes, I want to try it, and it's more like men that were like, oh, it's just like because basically we do use the same thing as they use in strip clubs, but we use it very differently. So it's normal that people associate our sport with what goes on in adult entertainment.
When I went to the free trial class, my mom knew that I was going, but she just thought I was like, oh yeah, that's cute, that's funny, that'll be fun, good try. Then when I went back to see my parents after I realized that I wanted to do this and this was something I was really into, I was very nonchalant about it because I didn't want to make a scene, I didn't want a big reaction. So I just said, oh hey mom, dad, so I really actually liked it and I think I'm gonna do it because it's not what everyone thinks it is. And my mom's reaction, if I remember correctly, was something like, really? And that was it. I don't remember what my dad said.
Well, when Victoria told me she was going to do pole, I thought it was very good exercise. That's what I assumed she was doing it for. And I think it's a very good thing. But her brother said, oh, she's doing pole, so she's into stripping now? I said, no, it's for exercise. It's to tone her body.
I guess I'm not going to get a chance to answer. Okay. I don't know. Well, the first thing that came to mind is strippers. I don't know. I guess so.
My friends and my parents are all very supportive of me. We have shows, and all my friends and my parents come to my shows. At first, I think there were some people, like my dad might have been worried about what this show would entail. But once they see the shows, they realize what an amazing sport it is and how beautiful and interesting it is to watch. And so we've had more than one show and they all keep coming back.
First time I saw her, the first show, I couldn't believe she did those things. I mean, they are really hard to do. Strong person. I'm surprised. Oh, it's more physical, hard work. It wasn't nothing to what I thought it would be. Nothing at all.
Ce qui est intéressant, c'est qu'il y a toujours une espèce de deux extrêmes entre un mouvement, il est souffrant, je l'aime pas, mais en même temps, je veux vraiment l'essayer, le refaire. Fait qu'il y a une belle persévérance à travers ça. Puis ça amène ça, la pôle une confiance, oui, en le sport, en sa capacité de faire des mouvements, mais aussi une confiance en soi.
Une certaine, oui, confiance en soi, en fait, parce que tu acceptes tes forces, tu acceptes tes faiblesses. Moi, je suis pas flexible, mais je suis forte. Donc, ça m'a fait prendre conscience aussi de mon corps, de qu'est-ce que je pouvais faire, puis aussi de mieux l'écouter. Puis, j'ai appris à me parler, justement, puis à écouter mon corps.
Like, I think I can be just myself, be free, do what I like. Learn to be not sexual, but just sexier than I was.
I've always been a bit shy about doing it because that whole, kind of like a taboo. It has helped me a lot mentally with confidence. I break a lot of barriers of comfort zones. It's more than just looking pretty and showing off. We work hard, and anybody can do it. That's really what's important, because I thought I couldn't do it.
I've had a lot of different clients. My youngest one was 12 years old. My oldest one was 64 years old. And j'ai eu policière, prof d'école, propriétaire de studio d'esthétique, étudiante, like from 90 pounds to 320 pounds. Any type of woman possible, I've had students.
Will help me accept my body for what it is and see that I can do those moves too, even though I'm not pencil thin and, you know, the ideal girl that a lot of people say. Because we don't always get that atmosphere in other types of environments. It's really fun to see other girls supporting us, even though we're all different.
Le fait que c'est juste des filles, ça permet de jaser entre nous puis de réussir quelque chose de différent.
So I've been going through some really hard junctions in my life. I've suffered with depression, anxiety before. It was very severe. It toned down a bit. But recently I went through a really hard breakup for me. I had a lot of stress going on at work. I was being harassed. I was just crying a lot more than usual, and I feel that depression and that anxiety coming back. With everything that's been going on in my life that's causing me stress and sadness, when I go to the studio, when I'm doing pole, it's all gone. It all fades away. It's honestly like I step into the room and it's hard to get myself there. I don't want to get up. I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to put effort into anything. But I know once I get there, it's gone. I'm just happy. I can laugh again. I can smile. I can have fun. I can feel good about myself. I'm confident. And I just feel like everything's okay. Everything's perfectly fine. We call each other our pole family. They're so supportive and they're so wonderful to be around that even if I'm having a hard time before I start my routine or before I start practicing, they're there for me, and it's like a very supportive community. So doing pole helps me feel better, and the people I'm surrounded with are there to help me get through everything I need to get through, and I help them get through what they need to get through.
I guess I'm gonna say that I'm lucky because I have great students, and they're all amazing people, and we don't have people that are judgmental. We all have something in common. We all like what we do. Nobody's really like, personne n'est vraiment en compétition. There's competitions, but it's like one a year or something like that. So it's not like in the fitness industry where everybody's looking at everybody's body and being judgmental. The girls here get to know the rest of the people as well. We have les portes ouvertes where everybody gets to meet everybody. We have the shows where everybody helps out. It's like that, and it's always been like that. So when you're new, this is what you see, and this is what you do as well. You know, since everybody's always there, everybody's welcoming, then you know it's like you don't have a choice. You find it's nice, so you want to keep it up as well.
I love my vertical life.